Hi there. I'm basically just making this video to give you guys a few tips if you are looking to go and visit China. I basically do recommend it. I just come back literally and I had the best time ever. It was a good experience. I started off at Shanghai and ended up backpacking down to Beijing. The first thing you need to do is to sort out your visa. If you're traveling independently, you will need an L-type visa. The best thing to do, which I did, was to go through an agency because they help you fill out all the forms, do all the paperwork with you, and just basically it makes the process a lot easier. It did cost me £250, but it was definitely worth it. It saves you a lot of time and hassle, and if you do fill out the forms wrong yourself, the embassy can decide to decline your entry. So my best advice is to go through an agency. The next thing you need to do is basically have an itinerary. Whether it's a fixed itinerary or it's going to be changed, the embassy will want to know where and when you're going and when you're going to stay there. Even if the planes change, don't worry, just give them what you've got and they will be happy with that. If it changes, doesn't matter. Another thing to prepare for when you go to China is that you will need a VPN, which is basically a firewall which helps unblock sites like Facebook and Google and anything like that. It is your savior out there. There are a lot of free ones, but the best one that I use is called ExpressVPN. Now, I only needed it for a few weeks. You can do packages where you pay for a month and then you can cancel. So that's the best one that I went for. I had no problems with it when I was out there, and you can cancel it and you don't have to pay for the whole year. So that's the best one that I chose to use. Chinese culture is very different to us, so when you first get there, you may think the people are a bit rude. They do tend to spit a lot and they do push and shove. It's just their culture. They generally are nice people. They may seem a bit funny when you first meet them, and they may seem a bit rude, but they're not. They're nice people. Toilets is another thing. A very interesting subject. There are not many Western toilets there. If you find a Western toilet, you're very lucky. You will find yourself in squat toilets a lot of the time. They do take a lot of getting used to. If you do want to go to a Western toilet, the best place to look for them are in shopping centres, hotels, or tourist attractions, or maybe train stations. Some places don't have any. Some places may have one. A lot of them only have one, which is a disabled one. So just have a look out for that, but just be wary of that. They also don't have any soap in a lot of them. So what I did was I packed a little soap with me and took that out with me each day, or hand gel. And also take out toilet roll with you. They don't have toilet roll. So take toilet roll with you wherever you go. Best advice that I can give you for that one. Take and prepare lots of copies of your passport. Your passport is needed a lot of the time when you do go to attractions, and some policemen may come up just randomly and ask to check your visas and your passports. So please just take them out with you wherever you go. You will get used to it. You literally just carry them everywhere. It is your lifeline. If you're looking to book a train, make sure you leave in plenty of time. If you're going to collect tickets, same advice. The process is really long. You have to go through a lot of security. There's always someone in the queue in front of you. That takes forever, and you don't want to miss the train or have any stress. So make sure you leave a couple of hours early at least if you want to try and book tickets or collect tickets. Please be aware that if you have booked a train and you realise you've booked the wrong one, and you go back to book another train, you cannot do it if it's for the same time. We had this trouble, we found out the hard way, because the government are aware that you can't be in two places at once. So you will have to rebook the train once you know what time that train that you were supposed to go on, the journey has ended. Then you will be able to rebook another train because you cannot be in two places at once. This can be very frustrating because the people know that you are not on that train, but no matter what you say, you cannot do it. So just be aware of that. Be very careful when booking a train. Also, if you use Ctrip, make sure you check everything, especially the email address, because my brother lost out over £200 and a bit more because he missed out one letter in his email address, and they do not care. They do not give you any money back. So just please be aware that check everything before you book anything. Try and learn the language. It does help. I learned a bit of Chinese. I know it's very, very hard to pick up, but the more you know, the more it helps. And basically people are more willing to help you, even if you just know the basic words and you're trying. I always think it's polite if you're going to another country to at least try and learn the words. Another great tip, if you've got certain places you know you want to go to or hotels, if you translate these into Chinese and put them on little flashcards, that really helps when you're trying to ask someone directions, or if you're going to a taxi, you can just hand them over and they will know where they're going. This helps save us a lot of time. If you're looking for an app that can help you translate or help you read the Chinese characters, a good app to download is Pleco, P-L-E-C-O. It won't cater for everything, but it is quite good and it does help you along the way. So if you want to download that for the app, you can do that. Food and drink is generally quite cheap out there. You will find your money does go a long way. If you're not a fan of Chinese food, at least give it a go. I mean, I surprised myself. I ate quite a lot of things. I'm a vegetarian. I found quite a lot of things to eat that were quite nice out there. If you want Western food, there are quite a lot of Western places out there, mainly in the cities. However, if you do go rural, into the rural areas, you won't find so many. Just bear it out. You'll be absolutely fine. Give stuff a go. It's fine. Buses are normally a lot cheaper to travel around on. They do take a lot of time up though, but if you do have the time, then take a bus. It's very nice, very scenic. You do get some really long trains as well, which can last 20 hours. But if you get the express trains, they are really, really worth getting. They may cost just that little bit more, but you travel in comfort and you get to the place a lot quicker. So I definitely recommend getting an express train. Make sure you have an idea of where you want to go, A to B, and what order. China is a massive, massive place to explore. It takes a very long time to travel and it will take a big chunk out of your day. So try and organise it into like sections. See when you want to go, what's more important, all that kind of thing. Work out if the bus is better, the train, or even a flight. If you're travelling on the tube, it's pretty much easy to work out. It's basically like the London Metro or any metro that you generally go on. Shanghai has its own metro, Hangzhou has its own metro, and Beijing does. So they all work differently, but they are pretty similar. Best bet is to get the metro cards. They save you a lot of time and a lot of money as well. Also be aware, every time you do go to get a train, you have to put your bags through the security, so just be aware that may take up a bit of time when you're going. And rush hour is rush hour, so just be wary of that. The Metro cards, if you are from London, they work basically like an Oyster card, so it's pretty easy to use. Best time to visit tourist attractions, I know it may sound obvious, but is the weekdays. Just book them on the weekdays. We went to the Forbidden City on a weekend day, only because it's the only day we could fit it in, and the queues were humongous. There was crowds everywhere. They only let 60,000 people in at a time, and trust me, it feels like there are 60,000 people in there. So just try and book on a weekday if you can, because you can avoid the crowds and it is a lot more enjoyable. However, if you can't, sometimes you can't avoid that, but just try weekdays. Places I can recommend to going to, if you're going to Shanghai, is the Jade Buddha Temple, Luxing Park, Century Park. Where else did we go? Oh, the Pearl Tower. If you go up there, a good time to go up there is about 5 o'clock. You go up there, you see everything in the light and you do all the platforms. It's amazing, and it also has a glass platform where you can look straight down. If you go up at 5 and you stay up for a few hours, so say till 7, that's when the whole city lights up. So you get the benefit of seeing it in the light and you get to see it all illuminated at night. It's absolutely beautiful. Take a trip along the Bund, get a boat along Hangpu River. Beautiful, beautiful trip along there. That's basically Shanghai, People's Square and Nanjing Road, definitely a place to go to. Can get quite busy, but it is very nice. Also, if you get time, go visit Hangzhou, which has the West Lake. It is beautiful. You can take a boat to different islands. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. It takes about 4 to 5 hours to go around the whole place. It's massive. Also, visit Hengshan, which is where the Yellow Mountain is. It basically means Yellow Mountain. That is beautiful. It's basically where Avatar was set. There are 64,000 steps on the mountain, and trust me, you know that you can feel the pressure of them when you're going up there. Also, the air does get a bit thin, so don't be afraid to have stops, but you get beautiful scenery along there, absolutely stunning. Beijing, obviously, Wall of China, absolutely amazing. We went to Mutiana. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that was a restored bit, and it was quieter than the other places that you can go to, and it was beautiful. And if you go to Watchtower 6, you can get to Boggle Ride back down. We got the cable car up, did a lot of the walking on the towers, and then we came back down in the cable car because I forgot to get the blooming toboggan tickets, but it does look awesome, so you can do that. Also, another place in Shanghai is the Forbidden City. That's definitely worth a visit. There's so much to do out there, but they're just top things that I recommend doing, which I really thoroughly enjoyed. And last of all, just enjoy it. Enjoy the culture, the food, the places. It's an amazing place to go to. There are some really, really beautiful places out there. So just enjoy it and have a good time. I hope this video has helped. I hope I haven't waffled on for too long. I just thought I'd share some tips for you, so maybe this helps. Hopefully it does. Thank you. Bye.